but your vultures and tanks are going to have to do the harassment. So everything's going to depend on how well you protect you use your wraiths. If you manage to snipe your opponent's tanks, he's not going to be able to hurt you. And you know, if you keep your wraiths away from your tanks, you're gonna lose your tanks as well. And wow, three star ports up for Uvi here. Really interesting. So Uvi's gonna go for uber wraith, you know, production, while Boxer's is gonna go for an expansion, which I'm not really sure if that's a good decision, because definitely Uvi's gonna have military advantage over Boxer in terms of quantity, not necessarily quality, because I don't see an armory for either player. So I don't expect to be any upgrade difference anytime soon. But still, Uvi's gonna be able to produce many more units than Boxer, and Boxer. Oh, actually, Uvi's gonna run into Boxer's base, gonna do some awesome harassment with those vultures. And just as I said before, the wraiths are not well positioned, so those vultures are gonna be able to get a couple of STV kills. And this is really what it's gonna come down to this game. I don't think either player is gonna go tank heavy at all, and it's just gonna completely rely on wraiths and vultures. And you know, the vultures have to do the damage, because the wraiths are gonna be busy fighting the other wraiths. And oh, nice play for Boxer! Nice play for Boxer. Getting a couple of free wraith kills there. You see a large dogfight here. I think that Boxer is falling behind, although I'm not entirely sure. It looks like Boxer is actually gonna win by a rather large margin. You know, 4 wraiths to 1 wraith, and wow, Uvi has no wraiths whatsoever now. But Boxer is definitely behind in terms of star parts, but he has army right now. But oh my God, even more harassment coming from Uvi. So Uvi definitely doing what he needs to do, because Uvi has to macro. But in order for him to get his army back, he has to keep Boxer on his base, and he's gonna be able to do so by harassing with those vultures.
Yeah, that dogfight, I think it was one of, if it isn't the turning point of the game, it's going to be one of them. The vultures in Boxer's main, it's destroying his economy so much that Boxer just needs to expand, needs extreme expansions. And we see that Uvi is getting a second gas finally, so we should be seeing some more gas units from Uvi coming. And looks like Uvi is actually up a base on Boxer, because it looks like, just from what I'm looking at on the minimap, looks like Boxer just has his main and his mineral only, while Uvi has his main mineral only, and now the 4 or 5 o'clock. But now we also see the Boxers expanding to the, was at the 10 o'clock-ish base. So we should be seeing a few more gas units, and we see a Goliath out briefly for Boxer, and not quite quick enough on the drop of the engineering base. So we do see that there are 2 more vultures in the base for Uvi, but not gonna do much, if anything. So it looks like Uvi's just putting mines around the map, trying to secure and see what's going on. And it doesn't look like there's much going on right now. Both players are just trying to macro up and see what they can do. We see a little gas SCV trying to get back home. But yeah, it doesn't look like much is going to be happening here. And yeah, it just looks like both players trying to macro up and get a large enough dog fighting force to try just to win it here. One giant push.
Yeah, I have to say, I think Uvi is in the lead here, because in terms of economy, both players were pretty common, but Uvi was just spending his money on those wraiths. So and that is actually pretty awesome, because Uvi's gonna have the military advantage here, and so Uvi can expand freely because he knows he's gonna have the wraith advantage, and it's really gonna come down to how well Boxer's gonna be able to use his wraiths. And God, even more harassment coming from from Uvi. I was gonna say yellow because of the color. From Uvi to Boxer's main, and Boxer's mining is yet again disrupted. So I have to say, Boxer has to stop those raids from coming, because every couple of seconds you're not mining is gonna hurt you in the long run. I mean, every 5 seconds that you don't mine, that's easily 100 minerals you lost. And oh, nice tank job for Boxer. And Boxer might get several SV kills here, but he's not really. Oh, nice 4 kills on the tank. And I don't think Uvi has spotted this yet. Oh man. Nice little play from Boxer. Oh, that's his counter harassment. Just as I said before, there are the Rays taking down the tanks for Boxer. So, yeah, I have to say that tank was not really cost effective. Definitely the way to go right now is turrets and wraiths, unless you can get a couple of Valkyries out. I mean, that would be great as well, I think. Taking into consideration that Uvi's wraiths are all stacked up. But still, oh wow, actually Boxer's gonna reinforce this position here at the 4 o'clock, so he can rest at base, you know, for an indefinite amount of time, because once you get a couple of turrets there, your tank will live for a couple of extra seconds that might just give him, you know, nice 7-kill shot, you know. But well, actually, Uvi's got a couple of tanks of his own as well. So Uvi might be thinking about doing some tank harassment himself. Really interesting choice here. Also, something interesting to note, in my opinion, the mines around the map, they're not really going to be used to kill ground units, but rather going to be used to just scout. Because there's not going to be many ground units, and the ground units that will exist are going to be vultures, which don't really trigger mines. So you can see here on the minimap there are mines everywhere, so both players are going to be able to see their opponent's mobility at almost all times. And Uvi has got his armory up already, so Uvi's going to have the upgrade advantage real soon here.
Yeah, one thing to note real quick, we did see that Boxer was throwing down a second control tower on his other starport, and Boxer has had his armory up for a while, and he's getting a pretty decent number of glass out. We see 2 more factories being put down for Uvi, and this Wraith Force for Uvi is just killer. Another factory going down for Boxer, and I guess Boxer had lost his barrack because we saw him a little earlier having to rebuild it. But yeah, those mines, they're not going to be used for much of a ground force. They're going to be used mainly for scouts. Looks like wow, several tanks out for Uvi at this point. It looks like Boxer's going to lose even more mining time, and I guess they're trying to go